Christ consciousness, historical twin flames, and New Earth community. A few examples from Jesus and Mary to the present day. Jesus and Mary. The light of his sacred heart was a mirror to her. She could see how she had darkened her soul in the matrix and vowed to dedicate her life to love. She proved her devotion by washing his feet with expensive perfume, demonstrating her choice to leave the mainstream for good. After his death, the patriarchal state twisted and used the power of Christianity. Mary was sent away, and arrogant males began a system based on control and deception. To love God and live from the higher chakras, you had to be celibate, segregated from the opposite sex, and separated from society. Suffering and deprivation was the order of the day. Saint Paula and Saint Jerome. She was a wealthy young widow who travelled to the Holy Land, where she was inspired to create Christian retreats with Saint Jerome. He was a priest, hermit, scholar and writer. They pursued a destitute lifestyle. Sadly, many were jealous of their mystical connection. When Paula died, Jerome buried her in the holiest place he could think of, beneath the altar of the Church of the Nativity. When Jerome died, his friends buried him close to her. Saint Francis and Saint Clare. Though attracted to her beauty, he had no desire to leave his life of wealth and ease. In time, his heart was opened by Jesus, and he completely changed his life. Now attuned to universal wisdom, he began his holy mission. His soul growth attracted Clare and elevated her mission to establish a home for spiritual women who worked hard to support themselves and the poor. Mary MacKillop and Julian Tennyson Woods. Priest Julian Tennyson Woods and Sister Mary MacKillop co-founded the Sisters of St. Joseph in Australia. Mary and Julian's community emphasised poverty, faith that God would provide, and a willingness to go where they were needed. They helped farmers, railway workers and miners in the isolated outback, living as they lived. Mainstream religion used these light beings to further their own agenda. They dismissed Mary and made Jesus into something we could never hope to be. He came as a man to show us that we can be as pure of spirit and even perform miracles greater than his, and to show us the way to redeem and save humanity. The control system called those who loved like Jesus saints, so that we would believe they were somehow above us and we could never achieve their status. Saints are people just like us, who are inspired to choose the soul path. Through Christ consciousness, they overcome difficulty, heal others, and perform miracles. We revere these beloved brothers and sisters for their courage and devotion. The power of the Holy Spirit is revealed through their lives, and they become an example for us. For the freedom, bliss, and abundance of real living, sharing divine love with our brothers and sisters. Revelation says, "Come out of her, my people, so that you will not share in her sins, and so that you will not receive any of her plagues." True twin flames unite now to show the way for all of us to leave the ego matrix behind and create new earth communities of miracles, love, and abundance for all. Thanks for joining me. Your sister in spirit, Paula.